They've been providing support to us in all aspects, no? Political, logistics, financial. Sila po yung and direction, most especially. Of course, our partner from the Armed Forces, Sir, Brigadier General Dino Dolina. Sir, napakalakas po ng aming samahan dito for the whole Western Visayas. Si Sir ang aming director na Commanding General ng 3rd ID. Sa Coast Guard, ang partner natin si Commodore Joseph Badajos. Then nandito rin yung ating sa Maritime, Police Chief Superintendent Hoxon. Let me acknowledge Rear Admiral Leonard Tirol, and thank you, sir, for all the support that you have been extending to the Joint Task Force Boracay and now to our Metro Boracay Interagency Task Force. Director Aldred Limoso ng NICA, who's been providing us all the intelligence support for this operation. Sa Fire Senior Inspector Parsilano, thank you. Ang pinaka-representative ng Navy dito, Lieutenant Commander Reyes Julius, representing Commodore Bernabe. Of course, kanina nakita nyo si Senior Superintendent Jess Cambay, isa sa pinaka-busiest officer in the island. The Provincial Director, Senior Superintendent Lope Manlapas, Colonel Leonardo Peña, the Deputy Brigade Commander, thank you. From the side of the civilian counterpart, from the National Office, Undersecretary Martin Dino, Sir, Assistant Secretary Manuel Felix, Sir, Mr. Jerry Loresco, thank you. Attorney Ibareta, kasama po natin yung head ng Provincial Ports Authority na talagang grabe ho yung nagiging role dito sa ating sa operation dito. Si Mr. Nieben Makiran, representing the Governor. Mr. Rowan Aguirre, yung Island Executive Director dito. Attorney Anthony Nuida ng DILG, around. Sir, let me acknowledge yung iba po nating partners na nandito from the Muslim community, the head of the Muslim community for the whole Western Visayas, Muhammad Faisal Arumpak. Thank you for all the support. Binigyan niya tayo, sir, ng assurance that the whole Muslim community is in full support of the implementation of the rehabilitation of Boracay. No? Palakpakan po natin. Mrs. Lily po from the Boracay Mandarin, Mr. Warrente from Movenpick, Mr. Jude Adyaton from PCCI, Mr. Russell Cruz, to sir sa ating naman sa private security agency, si Commodore Labatchaw, Mr. Senya from Alta Vista, from the Global Communications Network, the members of the media. I hope wala akong na-miss dito. Again, ang message po namin dito as we are about to witness the capability demonstration is that the interagency coordinating mechanism or the whole of government approach, whole of nation approach is working in this area to secure or to provide that security environment for a peaceful and orderly implementation of the rehabilitation of Boracay. So I'm honored to welcome you all to these capability demonstration exercises to ensure that we have the appropriate and well-crafted response to any contingency that may arise as we implement the temporary closure of this world-renowned island. I thank the presence of all the member agencies. Na-acknowledge ko naman po tayo lahat, the members of the community and stakeholders. These men and women will be the first to be deployed and the last ones to exit the area should any eventualities arise. I also thank the presence of no less than our Deputy Chief for Operations representing the Chief PNP, Police Deputy Director General Fernando Mendez, for giving out his guidance to the men and women tasked to preserve peace and order in the island. Today, we are graced by their presence and we hope to glean more insights as we prepare for one of the most pressing concerns in the region, if not the whole country. Thank you, sirs. Your presence this morning gives us hope and boosts the morale of the men and women in uniform. We have been preparing for this moment for several months now, and while We are hoping that no untoward incident will happen and all our preparation, especially in the part of the CDM, will not be used. It is part of our mandate to prepare for the worst possible scenarios. As we showcase each agency's capabilities to respond to any contingency this morning, I hope that you will give your valuable suggestions and outputs on how we can improve given the delicate situation that we face. Once again, I welcome you all to this morning's capability demonstration exercises, and may we all have a fruitful discussion in the dialogue to follow. Good morning and mabuhay tayo lahat.
Thank you very much, sir, for your very inspiring remarks. At this juncture, we are requesting all our guests, participants, and visitors to please kindly settle down, for we are about to start the first part of our capability demonstration. The Boracay, or the land of Atis, was chosen as one of the best islands in the world because of its crystal-like beaches that benefited the tourism and economic industry of the island. But along with its lively industry is the threat of illegal activities from lawless element that aims to sow fear and terror in the area. On February 9, 2018, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte made his pronouncement that Boracay Island will be closed and further described as peaceful due to the environmental issues and concern.
Thus, the secretaries of the concerned agencies recommended for the closure of the island for its immediate rehabilitation. This situation will greatly affect the normal livelihood of formal and informal workers of the island. Thus, it is expected that crimes against property and threat to peace and order will increase. Moreover, the communist terrorists and other lawless elements will take advantage of the situation and agitate affected residents to conduct rallies, demonstrations, acts of violence, and crimes in worse cases that may lead to scenarios which will gain local and international attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the island of Boracay. I am Lieutenant Junior Grade Herlick F. Gregorio of the Philippine Navy Naval Forces Central.
I am Police Inspector Vera Marie Berosel of the 2nd Aklan TMFC.
And I am Police Inspector Isidro Victor Villarosa of the Provisionary Company, and we will be your hosts for the capability demonstration exercise of the Metro Boracay Police Task Force and the Joint Task Force Boracay.
This morning activity will showcase the capabilities of the Metro Boracay Police Task Force in the participating member agencies and units of the Joint Task Force Boracay to any contingencies that may arise in the island and adjacent areas, especially during the full implementation of the closure and rehabilitation of the whole island, which will commence on April 26, 2018. This will also highlight the synergy of these composite units in the conduct of the joint and interagency operations. This capability demonstration will have three parts: the protest rally, maritime interdiction, and hostage-taking scenario, in which the police operational procedures, maritime and naval security protocols, and transition of command will be demonstrated.
Since the day that President Rodrigo Roa Duterte pronounced that Boracay would be closed, different reactions, activities, meetings, and preparations has been conducted by different agencies and local organizations. With these situations, all government forces assigned in the island prepared and conducted interagency meetings, coordinations and planning for security preparations, contingency planning and strategic deployment of all their personnel and assets to ensure the peace and order and safety of all implementing agencies, local residents, and stakeholders who will be staying in the islands. The Department of Interior and local government, together with other agencies, has set general guidelines for the rehabilitation to ensure the strict implementation of closure, safety and security, and respect to the rights of all local residents in the island.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the first part of our capability demonstration exercise. Intelligence report received that a group of people will be staging protest rally along Front Beach area to protest against the closure of Boracay. And some of the members of the communist terrorists will be joining the said activity. Planned and determined to conduct protests. These people on board on fast-moving two watercrafts. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the two watercrafts. With protesters on board. These two watercrafts fastly moving. The House Resort.
So, dine-demonstrate na ngayon yung
on
first
board of several
scenario
members of the protesters.
na kunwari
and is
meron
now
dalawang
meeting up and assembled with other members.
No? Na darating at may kargang mga protesters, no? Yung mga against sa closure and rehabilitation ng Boracay. If ever, ano ang senaryo na mangyayari?
These people wearing red shirts and straps in their forehead and equipped with banners and placards.
Na sila, may
marked with
mga
yes to
dalang
clean
mga
up. Bilisan ng rehabilitasyon, no to closure.
May dalang mga
Upon receipt of the report, the Task Unit Anti-Criminality deployed their personnel to ensure the peace and order, safety and security, especially along the Front Beach area. Thus, upon seeing the situation,
so kunwari demonstrate na kunwari na successfully na nakaapak sa island ang mga protesters, no? So ito ang pinapakita ngayon na senaryo. Ito.
Because of the direct radio communication, the Information and Action Center of the MDPTF immediately activated the Civil Disturbance Management Team and contacted the Operations Center of the Joint Task Force Boracay. Upon receipt of the Information and Action Center immediately informed the Chair of the Crisis Management Committee, Brigadier D for Peace and Order, then designated as the Incident Commander. At this juncture, all task units were already alerted and directed to proceed into the competition area to ensure public safety and maintain peace and order. 100 meters away, you can see the members of the Civil Disturbance Management Team in their first-style uniform, without firearms and led by the Police Commission Officer. The Chief Malay MPS was designated as the ground commander. He is responsible in determining whether there is a permit for the holding of the public assembly. The PNP adheres the Code of Conduct for Law Enforcement Officials adopted by the General Assembly of the United Nations, which requires the law enforcement official to respect and protect human dignity, maintain and uphold the human rights of all persons, into the use of necessary force.
Mapapanood ako sa radyo. So, eto na.
The ground commander then
Kinonfront na ng
incident
mga
that protesters has no issue permit.
pulis ang mga
The incident
nagrarally.
commander then directs
Panoorin
the
natin.
EU public order to prepare for engagement.
EU public order. Yes, base. Proceed in the area.
The protest was held without a permit. The ground commander called the attention of the leader to voluntarily and peacefully disperse. Maximum tolerance has been exercised. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, the incident commander now designating all involved units in preparation for the dispersal. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the members of the CDM team is now in their initial movement, performing double line formation in preparation for the dispersal, while the negotiator is trying to persuade the leader of the protesters to peacefully disperse. After exhausting all peaceful remedies to persuade the demonstrator to disperse, the leader persistently refused.
Walang permit sa amin! Amin ang isla ito! Amin! Amin!
Negotiation failed. The ground commander sensed the first sign of impending violence. Some of the members are starting to pick up stones and water bags. The CDM team is now moving to umbrella formation. The protesters threw stones and aggressively and forcefully hit the dispersing CDM personnel.
The CDM team immediately moves to double line formation. The violence does not stop. The ground commander immediately issues warning, and after a reasonable period of time, they ordered the immediate order to disperse.
The CDM team immediately moves to double wedge formation and conduct arrests to the members and leader of the violent protesters. The arrested violent protesters was properly handcuffed and was informed by his constitutional rights using the Miranda Doctrine and brought at the substation for processing.
The CDM personnel, equipped with baton, crash helmets, with visors, machine guns, handcuffs, and shoes, move to double line formation and start to push back the protesters.
At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, the members of the Civil Disturbance Management Team is trying to disperse the protesters. While the dispersal is ongoing, a loud explosion was heard.
Sir, you can take the other side with a beautiful scene.
At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, while the CDM team is dispersing the protesters, a loud explosion was heard. Violence arises. The explosion resulted to the injuries of two PNP personnel. 1 protester and killing of 2 protesters.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we have your attention on your right.
Where's the right? Oh. So,
2 watercrafts on board with several violent protesters left the area trying to invade after successfully inducing bombing.
so scenario, may bombing na nangyari during the protesters.
And while evading, they were met by the Philippine Navy and Philippine Coast Guard vessels conducting maritime blockade.
Meanwhile, at the crime scene, the Malay MPS personnel secured the bomb site following the standard operating procedures.
Master, this is the incident commander. For info, there is a bombing incident in the area. Proceed immediately.
Because all unit has been activated, the EOD K9 unit immediately arrived in the area. As part of the safety procedure, the incident commander directs the K9 unit to conduct paneling to determine secondary device when the members of the PNP gordoning the area to maintain order and crowd control.
Upon the conduct of paneling by K9 unit, an IED was found along the shore. They immediately put tags and isolate the area and informed the incident commander. Likewise, the incident commander directs the medical team and the investigator on case to enter the area and conduct necessary processing. The medical team arrives. The medical team is now conducting triaging and immediate medical treatment and evacuation of the wounded victims. While the investigator on case is completing his investigation on the casualties.
The Boracay Fire Rescue and Ambulance Volunteers, or the BFRAB, is the main and foremost local point of contact for emergency and rescue, covering both land and sea of Boracay.
They are professionals and concerned citizens who volunteered and accepted the challenge to become the island's first line of service in rescue and emergency, which promotes public safety and health in the community. The Malay Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office, or the MDRRMO, is the primary office that aims to provide a safer, adaptive, and disaster-resilient communities towards sustainable development. Also, the members of the Bureau of Fire Protection have a tri-skilled unit ready and capable in providing fire safety, emergency, medical services, and rescue. They have life-saving equipment such as splints, bandages, spinal board, and wound dressing that are being used to ensure the stable condition of the wounded while being brought to the Siaco Hospital.
After processing, the IOC then informed the incident commander that initial investigation has been finished and request for the SOCO processing.
So, ang senaryo na dine-demonstrate ngayon ay yung
The SOCO team
magkasabay na, no? Yung mga taga-emergency rescue, taga Boracay Fire and Rescue Ambulance volunteers, prefab, ang MDRRMO ng Malayk, kunwari nagresponde para kunin yung mga victims ng nangyaring bombing after the simulation exercise about protest rally, no? So na-pull out na yung may mga sign of life. Then pinapakita ngayon na dumating na yung mga representative ng SOCO or Scene of the Crime Operatives para mag-conduct naman ng processing sa area, kasi meron ang nakita pang meron pa raw isang kunwari ay bomba, no, na minarkingan kanina na hindi sumabog. So pinapaniwanag lang natin sa mga nanonood ngayon at nakikinig na ito po ay isang capability demonstration or simulation exercise ng security group, no, sector forces ng Boracay na
incident commander directs the EOD team to enter the area.
Pinapakita at inaalam kung ano na yung capability nila to respond, no, sa anumang mga eventualities na mangyari na kagaya nito during the time na i-implement na ang closure of Boracay starting tomorrow, April 26, kasi according nga kay Regional Director Binag kanina, na mas mabuti na yung i-expect ang worst, no, at paghandaan ang worst case scenarios. So isa sa mga tinitingnan dito ay yung posibilidad na magkaroon ng mga protest rally, lalong-lalo na dun sa mga grupo or individual na sasakyan itong issue ng Boracay closure for rehabilitation para magsagawa ng mga protest rallies, no? And a possible din na terrorist attacks, bombings. Okay, so bumalik na yung mga responders and this time kinukuha na nila after na na-process ng SOCO yung mga pinaniniwalaang fatalities, ay binalikan na ng mga responders para kunin ang kanilang mga bangkay.
An IED or improvised explosive device is a bomb fabricated in an improvised manner, incorporating destructive, lethal, noxious, pyrotechnic, or incendiary chemicals designed to destroy or incapacitate personnel or vehicles.
So, evacuate na yung area. Pero may naiwan pang improvised explosive device or
as part of the
IED.
standard operating procedure, ladies and gentlemen, the
Okay
EOD
lang.
team
Okay na to, boss?
entering the
Ay,
area.
i-adjust mo na lang konti. Pati ito. Kan, sir? Pwede natin i-adjust konti yan, sir? Kasi may kwan dito mamaya, sir.
May bombing. May
Adjust,
bombing.
sir.
Adjust tayo,
Sir, ma'am.
adjust.
EOD team entering
Adjust mo
the
tayo, ma'am.
area
Sige, sir.
is equipped with bomb
Yes,
suit,
kinokordon ng area.
destructing materials.
Oh.
As part of the standard operating procedure, upon receipt of bomb incident or threat, the first responder should identify the exact location of the incident,
IOD.
alert the EOD team,
EOD.
notify the higher
EOD team,
headquarters,
explosive and
place
ordnance
orders of crowd
division
control,
team.
and request for medical assistance to cause immediate evacuation of the injured.
I-detonate yung improvised explosive device.
The EOD K9 group is mandated to conduct safe disposal of all bombs and neutralization of hazards from chemical, nuclear, and improvised explosive devices or IED that create threat to public safety, installations, and utilities, as well as to the police and military operations and personnel. Also, the EOD K9 unit has to conduct post-blast and crime scene investigation.
Namulan ka nga malupok eh.
Bilis.
Ang bilis.
Upon
Hindi na
instructions
picture na ba?
Then
Nahabol
reports
po.
the incident
Okay.
commander that the
So,
area was
nakita
cleared and
natin na
safe.
sumabog na kunwari yung bomba. Dinetonate yun, no? Dinetonate ang mga taga-explosive elements sa ordnance division.
Speedboat sir, dyan lang wala.
Okay.
During the conduct of initial
Ongoing sir, rolling
investigation,
sir eh.
with the rest of the members of the protest, it was revealed that other members who joined the protest are members of the communist terrorists
Oh,
who recruited
so
local residents
may
to join
senaryo
the violent
na
activity.
baka daw
It
sumabog.
was also found out that the watercrafts they used to enter the island
Kunwari,
are carrying high-powered
sa sinagawang
firearms, ammunition,
investigation
and
nila
IEDs.
ay
And now, ladies and gentlemen, on your left,
may involvement
the
kunwari
members
daw
of the
no,
Joint
ang
Task Force
NPA
Boracay
doon sa
for
nangyaring
Maritime Safety and
protest
Security,
according sa MC
conducting
kanina.
joint seaborne patrol.
Okay. So,
The JTF MSS
Joint
is now
Task
directed
Force
by the Chair Crisis Management
now
Committee
conducting a
as the
seaborne
incident
patrol.
commander.
Yan, maririnig natin yung
A Philippine Navy
tutukan.
SEAL team involved in the stop and hold the suspicious watercraft in order to check whether the watercraft intentionally ran away and started to go fire using high-powered firearms. As the fleeing watercraft continuously fires, the SEAL team returned fire, inflicting heavy casualties. Philippine Navy SEAL team rapidly rushed to the watercraft and conducted
kunwari yung,
clearing
Philippine
and
Navy
boarding and
SEAL
search
team.
procedures.
Nirespondihan yung speedboat na sinasakyan ng mga kunwari terrorists na plano sanang rumisponde doon sa mga protesters no na pinag-aaresto ng mga pulis kanina.
Patrol, Trimo, this is Skipper, proceed to vicinity, Station 1, for medical response, over.
Two wounded enemies surrendered, and the team recovered 3 dead bodies with several gunshots and 5 high-powered firearms with ammunition and IED paraphernalia on board. The Naval Special Operations Group is the elite force of the Philippine Navy that specializes in sea, air, and land operations. Its mission is to prepare naval special warfare forces to carry out their assigned mission and to develop special operations, strategy, doctrine, and tactics. SEAL, or the Sea, Air, Land Team, to go through what is considered by some of the toughest military training in the world. The overall job of the Navy SEAL is to work within a team engaging in various types of warfare activities. Direct action warfare or clandestine warfare in the common activity within the Navy SEAL community.
Skipper. One skipper.
Sir, may
Skipper patrol. Evacuate over.
Navy SEAL also works within special reconnaissance units and are frequently assigned in counter-terrorism duties. And now, ladies and gentlemen, directly above you is the chopper from the Lion Air, one of the volunteer, being used by the JTF Boracay for security surveillance and other security initiatives within the Boracay Island.
Ladies and gentlemen, on your left are the members of the MDRRMO and BFRAP conducting medical evacuation of the injured. The members of the medical rescue team have several specialized expertise in emergency medical service and urban and search rescue. Following the numbers of specialized trainings and number of personnel trained who were always prepared to serve and assist all people in need. As you can see, there is a good synergy between these two agencies. who were working together in responding to the emergencies that requires immediate response and action. This interoperability breeds efficiency and effectiveness amongst emergency situations that may arise in the island.
On the other hand, ladies and gentlemen, the second watercraft continuously fleeing away in the area and is now being pursued by the two Philippine Coast Guard aluminum boat and the PNP Maritime Group fast boat. The Philippine Navy patrol craft and patrol boat were alerted and conducted general quarters and established position towards the enemy's direction for the naval blockade.
Firefight continues. One of the watercraft right on stop and dead on water.
Maneuver to intercept. Maneuver to intercept. Skipper Blacker. Go ahead, Blacker. This is Blacker for info. We are currently engaging fire with the contact over.
Moment later, as the PCG slowly approaches, the watercraft slowly derails and into half submerged due to damage inflicted in its freeboard and hull. Survivors jumps in the water calling for help.
Air Blacker. Status ng this is Janover. This is Blacker reporting, sir, for info. The motor banka is half submerged. Some terrorists went overboard, over. And that Blacker. Craft Patrol, Drimo, proceed Station 1 vicinity White House for medical response, over. Drimo, proceed na muna.
The Philippine Coast Guard is mandated and responsible in performing maritime search and rescue, maritime law enforcement, maritime safety, maritime environmental protection and security. This unit is equipped with two vessels, one of which is the BRP Cabra, MRRB 4409, a Parola-class patrol vessels of the Philippine Coast Guard, with a maximum speed of 45 knots. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, are the members of the medical team conducting medical rescue to the injured and is now being transferred at Caticlan Jetty Port for immediate medical treatment.
The one remaining motor bangka were endlessly chased by the Philippine National Police Maritime Group fast boat. The motor bangka reaches some distance and attempted to cross towards the neighboring island, but managed to deflect. Upon seeing the Coast Guard and Navy naval blockade on general quarters, ready to fire to their location, PNP Maritime Troopers composed of 8-man team onboard patrolled Fastboat 215, traveling at the speed of 25 nautical miles per hour. The PNP Maritime Group envisioned being the primary police unit responsible in law enforcement in the maritime environment. They were tasked to perform police functions and ensure public safety and internal security over the Philippine territorial waters and rivers, including ports of entry and exit, and sustain the protection of the maritime environment.
The remaining motor bangka successfully managed to return back to the islands, maneuver their boat to the shallow waters so that the seaborne security assets can follow them.
At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, we shall now come to the third part of our capability demonstration. The conduct of this activity is not only to showcase the capabilities of the Metro Boracay Police Task Force and the different member units, agencies of the Joint Task Force Boracay, but it will also showcase the synergy and enhance different units' response to any incident that may happen in the area, especially during the implementation of the closure and rehabilitation of the island.
Upon receipt of report, the IAC, MBPTF, and JTFB option immediately activated all their units. Likewise, informs the Chairman CMC and directs the JTG for peace and order to proceed in the area and conduct immediate action to the situation.
After they successfully managed to return back to the island and maneuver their boats to the shallow waters, the remaining suspects quickly move out of the watercraft and runs fast going to the shoreline, with all their cohorts either killed or subdued and arrested. The remaining two suspects immediately draw and actively fire their guns and grab two women as these hostages. The resort guard tried to manage the situation and immediately called the Information Action Center. On their attempt to escape, they used their hostages as shield and threatened to kill them. The substation chief and his personnel immediately rushed to the White House resort side lobby and conduct initial investigation and cordon the area. The incident commander also arrived in the area and conducts coordination with the substation chief. Upon assessment of the situation, the incident commander immediately designates a negotiator and gives briefing to the SWAT team for assault, rescue team for evacuation, Malay Boracay substation and Philippine Army personnel for the area and perimeter security. Likewise, the incident commander informed the chairperson of the Crisis Management Committee on the status of the situation. The negotiator is now trying to persuade the suspect to surrender, while the SWAT team is now in their preposition area preparing for the assault. Meanwhile, at the hostage-taking situation, after numerous attempts of the negotiator to persuade the suspect to surrender, they persistently declined. The hostage negotiation is beginning to fail, and the suspects were starting to harm the victim. The negotiator immediately informs the incident commander. The incident commander informed the chairman of the CMC, and upon approval of the chairman, the incident commander immediately directs the SWAT team for assault. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, let us witness the sniper-initiated assault to be conducted by the SWAT, supported by the CQB-trained Army personnel. The incident commander then signals that the green light is on. The green light is on. And 3, 2, 1.
The SWAT team is the special unit of the PNP, trained to handle situations such as hostage incidents, active shooters, terrorist attacks, and high-risk arrest warrants.
Sige lang. Hindi na ako magbababa ng kon.
The hostages were rescued and immediately evacuated and given medical attention by the medical team. The SWAT team leader then reports to the incident commander on the status in the area and upon approval pulled out in the area.
The incident commander then called the medical team.
The incident commander then called the medical team to check the conditions of the suspect, while the police were cordoning the area. Upon confirming that the suspects are already subdued, the incident commander directs the SOCO team to enter the crime scene. The SOCO team then conducts crime scene processing and investigation and informs the incident commander once completed.
Ha? Ano no? Sige lang, sige lang. Sige lang. Alin? Mahal ba si Kenneth? Ano ba? Tatayo ba si Kenneth? Phone patch to eh. Nasa gitna pa kasi ito lang to. Naka-phone patch nyo na lang.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the member of the medical team, the Malay MPS Substation Boracay, and the SOCO team conducting processing and medical evacuation in the area. After the processing, the SOCO team leader briefs the investigator on case, and they conduct final crime scene survey. After completion and documentation and investigation, the IOC reports to the incident commander that the crime scene area is for release. After obtaining clearance from the chairman CMC, the incident commander then declared that the area was cleared and for release. And that ends the third part of our capability demonstration. What we have witnessed, ladies and gentlemen, are the capabilities of the Metro Boracay Police Task Force and the member units of the Joint Task Force Boracay to attain the four missions: that no major incident will happen before and after the rehabilitation, to attain peaceful, orderly, and fast implementation of the rehabilitation and delivery of social services, maintain the confidence of the stakeholders, and to ensure and secure the safe and safety election in the island.
Dito ako sa sa White House. Pang sa salubungin ng isang tao.
At this juncture, we would like to request all members of the Metro Boracay Police Task Force and the Joint Task Force Boracay to form in front of the White House Resort for the briefing and presentation, to be led by Police Senior Superintendent Jesus Cambay Jr., Deputy Regional Director for Operation PRO 6, Metro Boracay Police Task Force STG Commander. At this juncture, we also would like to acknowledge the presence of Mayor Ceceron Kawaling, Mayor of Municipality of Malay Aklan, and Mayor Ronnie Samson of San Jose Romblon. Good morning, sir, and welcome to the capability demonstration exercise.
We would like to acknowledge the participation of the following units, agencies, and organizations that contributed to the successful conduct of this capability demonstration. From the Armed Forces of the Philippines are the units under the Central Commands, the MJTG Protect, units composed of Patrol Craft 114, Patrol Boat 341, Patrol Boat 352, and SEAL Team Central of the Philippine Navy under Lieutenant Sincero, Philippine Navy, and Joint Task Group MSS led by Lieutenant Commander Julius Reyes, Philippine Navy, the officers and men of K9 and EOD teams from the combined units of 3rd ID of the Philippine Army headed by Technical Sergeant Punsalan, Philippine Army, and Corporal Di Pablo, Philippine Army. And also, the snappy and active men and women of the Army and Navy Reserve units.
Special thanks to Police Superintendent Frederick Obar, Deputy Battalion Commander RMFB, for giving his time and effort from the PNP units. Are the members of the 2nd Aklan Provincial Mobile Force Company, Malay MPS headed by Police Chief Inspector Roel Fermo, the Boracay Substation headed by PSI Clarence Sia, members of the Provisionally Public Safety Company led by PSI Sunny Boy Garnase, Campilan FTPs and SWAT team led by SPO2 Ruel Berenya, from the Maritime Group headed by PSI Wilmar Bolivar, from the PCG Katiklan headed by Lieutenant Commander Ramel Palabrica PCG, and their assets under the Coast Guard District Western Visayas from the Bureau of Fire Protection headed by Fire Senior Inspector Lorna Parceliano, from the Joint Task Force Boracay Operations Center led by Lieutenant J. Lagang, Philippine Navy, and Lieutenant Protasio Mofan, Philippine Navy. From the Volunteer and Organized Group are the Boracay Action Group, BAG, and its units from the Boracay Fire Rescue and Ambulance Volunteers, BFROB, and the BAG Water Patrols under Rear Admiral Leonard Terol, PCGA. We also would like to acknowledge the presence of Attorney Anthony C. Noida, Regional Director, DILG, Region 6. We also would like to acknowledge the Boracay Water Sports Association, headed by Commodore Russell Cruz, PCGA, the Task Force Batay Boracay under Commodore Mike Labatchaw, PCGA, and the member of the MDRRMO under Miss Catherine Fulgencio, beach guards and their speedboats of Stingray. Special thanks to the management and staff of the White House Resort for providing the area for the capability demonstration of the Metro Boracay Police Task Force and the Joint Task Force Boracay.
Thank you, Vera. To our guest of honor and speaker, Police Deputy Director General Fernando Mendez, sir, and other guests standing in front of you are the members of the Metro Boracay Interagency Security Cluster. From the Metro Boracay Police Task Force and the Joint Task Force Boracay ready to ensure a peaceful, orderly, and fast recovery, rehabilitation effort, and delivery of social services in Boracay comes April 26. Palakpakan po natin sila. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you very much, sir. And we shall now come to the third part of our program.
At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, we're requesting all our visitors, participants, and guests to kindly proceed for the traditional handshake to the member of the Metro Boracay Police Task Force and the Joint Task Force Boracay.
Sa mga volunteers natin.
Payo ka to siya.
So, there you are, the ceremonial handshakes, no, na isinagawa ng mga chief or heads ng different security forces or units na member nitong security sector na task, no, sa pangunguna ni DILG Undersecretary for Barangay Martindino.
We also would like to request all our guests, visitors, and participants for the photo ops.
Okay, so there you are, mga abyan. And magkakaroon ng photo ops. Ginaangan-angan naton nga base may critic no? Ang photo ops ng lahat ng mga participant dito nga isinagawa ng capability demonstration. Ipinakita kung papaano magre-responde ang ating mga security forces if ever na mayroong mga eventualities during the time of the Boracay Island rehabilitation, effective tomorrow, April 26, mula sa protest rally to the bombing to the maritime security hanggang sa hostage taking, no, kung paano rin rumisponde ang ating mga medical responders
from the Metro Boracay Police Task Force and the Joint Task Force Boracay to kindly form.
There you are.
On the left side of the stage.
Hello, congrats. Very good. Okay. So there you are, mga abyan. Ay, tama naman. May program pa ba, sir? Meron ka ba? May ka?
Meron pa po, sir. Excuse po tayo.
Okay. Sige po.
Baka matamaan po kayo mamaya. Hindi pa po tayo.
Hindi pa tapos. Okay. Sige. Hindi pa
To
tapos.
give us an inspirational message, we're requesting Honorable Ciceron S. Kawaling, Mayor, Municipality of Balay, Aklan.
Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. No? Maganda ang pinakita natin ngayon at handang-handa tayo sa tinatawag na pagbabago or rehabilitation. So, bigyan natin ng malakas na palakpak ang ating mga participants and the armed forces of the Philippines, yung mga constituent. So, para po sa ating Philippine National Police Director General Oscar David Albayalde, Regional Director, PRO6, Police Chief Superintendent Cesar Binag, sa ating gobernador, represented by Mr. Nieben Makirang, sa mga miyembro ng Armed Forces of the Philippines, Philippine National Police, Coast Guards, Joint Task Force Boracay, Metro Boracay Police Task Force, and of course sa ating magandang lalaki, no, na Secretary o ng ating si Secretary din yun, no? Magkasama kami nito sa as barangay captain pa ako and mayor of this municipality. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Ang demonstration pong ito na pinangunahan ng ating Philippine National Police ay makakatulong po sa atin upang paigtingin ang seguridad at paghanda sa iba't ibang ahensya na kalahok sa ating government forces. Ito rin po ay para mapabuti ang ating paghanda sa mga panahon ng krisis like hostage crisis, bomb threats, internal security operations at anti-criminality programs na maaari pong mangyari sa isla ng Boracay. Naniniwala din po ako na ang aktibidad na ito ay makakatulong din po upang mapabuti ang pangkalatang seguridad natin dito sa isla ng Boracay. Kaya nga po nais ko pong pasalamatan ang Philippine National Police at ibang government agencies or government forces sa pagtulong upang kami ay maging handa sa 6 na buwan na closure ng aming isla. So magkaisa po tayong lahat, the local government of the municipality of Malay, andyan po sa lahat ng oras para makipag-ugnayan, para mag-cooperate kung anuman ang ating hinahangad para sa ikabubuti ng ating isla, ang isla ng Boracay. Sa inyo pong lahat, again, thank you very much.
Yes. Let us hear another inspirational message from Honorable Florencio M. Miraflores, Governor, Province of Aklan. Represented by Mr. Nieben Makirang.
Yusek Martin Bino from the ILG, Asik Manuel Felix from the ILG, Brigadier General Dino Dolina of the 3rd ID. Good morning, sir. Commodore Joseph Pandaos of the PCG, Director Alfred Demoso of NICA, sir. Red Admiral Jonathan Perol of PCGA, Police Director Fernando Mendez of PNP, and also Police Director Rolando Felix of DIPO Visayas. Of course, our Mayor, Cesar Kawaling of Municipality of Malay. Firstly, I would like to thank everyone for their presence today, as well as for the warm welcome extended to our guests, as we have gathered today for this crucial occasion, the capability demonstration, exercise, and stakeholders' engagement in support to the rehabilitation of Boracay Island for 6 months. Our dear Governor, Governor Florencio Juventimer Flores, would really love to join you and personally extend this congratulations and thanks to each and everyone. But it is with deep regret that he also has to join our people of Aklan at this hour to commemorate the 62nd provincehood of our dear province of Aklan. Yes, today, April 25, we celebrate Aklan anniversary, the 62nd year separation of Aklan from the province of Capiz. But he made this message for all of us, and please allow me to share it to you. On behalf of the provincial government and the people of Aklan, my warmest thanks and greetings to our hardworking Regional Director of PRO6, our Task Force Commander, Police Chief Superintendent Cesar Pina. To the Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Philippine National Police, the Philippine Coast Guard under the Visayas Joint Peace and Security Coordinating Center, Metro Boracay Police Task Force, our dear stakeholders, resident members of the media and other agencies. Abugid nga salamat sa inyong presensya at pagtililipon makaroon nga daw. Ilang oras na lamang po ang nalalabi at kaharapin na po natin sa tingin ko ay isa sa mga pinakamahirap na dagok ng ating lalawigan. Lalo na po at marami ang maasa sa Boracay bilang pangunahing pinagpukunan ng kabuhayan. Maging ang ating lalawigan po na Aklan, ang ating mga kapwa Aklanon sa matagal na panahon ay nakinabang sa biyayang hatid ng Boracay. At sa pagsasara na po ng isla ng Boracay, sa pagbabawal sa mga turista na pumasok sa loob na 6 na buwan, base po sa ating pag-aanalisa ay mawalan po na mahigit kumulang 250 milyon ang ating pong lalawigan sa makukuha sa Terminal P. Kaakibat po nito, aabot sa mahigit kumulang 30,000 na mga manggagawa na mawawalan ng trabaho. Kaya pa man, naging malinaw po sa akin at sa ating lahat ang dahilan kung bakit ito ay naging desisyon ng ating mahal na Pangulo. Desisyon na isara ang isla sa 6 na buwan. Ito po ay upang ating masuri, maayos at malutas ang mga problema sa isla. Kagaya po ninyo, buong aking paniniwala at pag-asa sa kagustuhan ito ng ating Pangulo. Marahil, ito na nga ang tamang panahon upang iayon natin sa kung ano ang tama at mas makakabuti, hindi marahil, ito na nga ang tamang panahon upang iayon natin sa kung ano ang tama at mas makakabuti, hindi lamang sa kalikasan, kundi sa ating mismong mga sarili at sa mga nakakarami sa ating hinaharap. At sa inyo pong presensya ngayon sa ating sama-samang paglutas at pagkikiisa ninyo sa masuliraning ating kinakaharap ngayon. Ito po ay lalong nagpapalakas sa loob sa amin, sa ating lahat na agad natin malulutas ang mga problemang ito sa Boracay. Na pagkatapos ng 6 na buwan, bubulaga sa ating lahat, sa mga turista, mga residente at manggagawa, ang mas malinis, mas maayos at mas maginhawang isla ng Boracay. So darating na April 26, bukas po yan, magtitipon po ang ating 300 volunteers mula sa 17 bayan na bumubuo sa ating lalawigan ng Aklan. Bilang pagkakaisa rin ng ating provincial government, masa rin po tayong ibalita na mayroon pong tayong 200 ng mga karadagang volunteers mula sa ating provincial capital na tutulong din at nililinis sa isla sa loob ng 10 araw. At sa lahat po ng mga volunteers, mga nagpukusang loob, tanggapin po ninyo ang aming pasasalamat at pagsasaludo sa adikaking sama-sama nating linisin at ayusin ang isla ng Boracay upang muli itong buksan sa mas mabilis na panahon. Again, our sincerest thank to you, to our different members, agencies, of the government forces, our peacekeepers, our frontliners, and we pray for your successful security, peace and order, and emergency preparedness, and response coverage within 6 months. Thank you for your preparedness in any contingencies such as hostages crisis, bomb threat, internal security operation, and other anti-criminality program that may happen in the island. Sa maraming pagkakataon, pinapatunayan niyo pong tama ang kasabihan ng ating mga kapulisan at kasaduluhan are our modern-day heroes who risk their lives every day to protect our people and make possible for peace and order in our communities by fulfilling your duty with full heart and commitment. With all this, accept our sincerest gratitude. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Mabuhay po kayo at sa mga kapwa ko aklanon, happy anniversary po sa ating lahat. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Also, to give us his remarks, we are requesting Commodore Joseph Badajos, PCG, Commander Coast Guard, District Western Visayas.
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. I am here in behalf of our Commandant, Rear Admiral Elson Hermohino, Philippine Coast Guard, representing the entire Philippine Coast Guard to show our support to the planned rehabilitation of Boracay Island. As you can see, far out at sea, we have our 2 ships. The newly arrived 40-meter multi-role vessel from the government of Japan. That's a 40-meter vessel at sa pang-isa 35-meter vessel naman. Not only to provide you security, but it has come also to our attention that the fishing activity in the island will have to be also revitalized as a means of livelihood for those living in the island, so that the presence of those ships alone will give you confidence, so that in cases of eventual accidents at sea, meron pong magre-responde kaagad para sa inyong kapakanan. At again, in behalf of the Philippine Coast Guard, we wish you wish for the earlier rehabilitation of the island, so that once again, we will recover its pristine beauty and eventually open it once more to the public. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you very much, sir. Also, to give us his remarks, we are requesting Brigadier General Dino H. Dolina, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Commander, 3rd Infantry Division, Philippine Army.
Allow me to acknowledge the principals of this activity, led by Deputy Director General Ferdinand Mendez Jr., the Deputy Chief for PNP for Operations, who is representing the newly installed PNP Chief, Director General Albayalde, my classmate, Police Director Roland Felix, the Director Depo Visayas, Police Chief Superintendent Cesar Houghton Binag, the Regional Director PRO 6, and at the same time the Task Force Commander, Mr. Nieven Bakiran, the representative of Governor Florencio Miraflores, the Governor of Aklan, Yusik Martin Dino, and
ASEC Manuel Felix of the DILG, Commodore Joseph Badajos, the Commander Philippine Coast Guard, Eastern Visayas, Director Alfred Limoso, my very snappy upper class, the Director of DICA, Attorney Anthony Noida, the DILG Director, Region 6, Rear Admiral Leonard Tirol, the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary, who is very much supportive to our armed forces here in Boracay. Honorable Ciceron Kawaling, the Mayor of Malayaklan, the representative of the Pre-Oppers Brigade, who is very active here in the security of Boracay, Colonel Leonardo Peña, the Deputy Brigade Commander of the Pre-Oppers Brigade, Commander Julius Reyes, the Force and Naval Force Central, other VIPs who were previously acknowledged by Chief Superintendent Binag, the first part of our program, to the participant of the capability demonstration. Sa nandito pong lahat, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. It is great to see you all and be gathered in one country's paradise island and world-renowned tourist destination. First, I would like to congratulate the Joint Task Force Boracay headed by Mr. Rowan Aguirre, Municipal Executive Assistant for Boracay Affairs, and to Chief Superintendent Cesar Hoton Binag, Regional Director Pro 6, and the Task Force Commander for making this simulation exercise a very successful one. As the commander of the 3rd Infantry Spearhead Division, Philippine Army, which covers Region 6 and Region 7 and consists of the islands of Panay, Guimaras, Negros, Siquijor, Cebu, and Bohol, it is my prime duty to help create a secure and peaceful environment that the people of Central and Western Visayas deserves. This enormous task rests upon my shoulder and would be seemingly impossible to accomplish if without the trust, confidence, and union of local government units, law enforcement agencies, and civilian populace. I therefore admire the convergence of efforts being displayed by this joint task force and being manifested in the capability demonstration showing security preparations and response procedures to disasters, terrorist threats, and committed crimes at sea. And with that, palakpakan po natin ang mga nag-participate sa capability demonstration. However, I would like to take this as an opportunity to pose a challenge for us to improve what we have done so far in terms of detection, prevention, mitigation, and neutralization of terror threats. The evils of man, nor the fury of nature, will cause our government, commerce, and civil society to crumble. And in the absence of peace and security mechanism organized through a task force, lack of sufficient training and equipage, the first responders will always be overwhelmed. And as accounts of numerous loss of lives, widespread looting, vandalism, theft, assault, and murder will headline the newspapers. Our slow and inept responses at all levels, both in preparation and recovery, will leave us in chaotic and wrecked condition. Take it from me because I witnessed it during the Yolanda. Thus, let us be reminded that the ultimate resolve of the task force is to ensure that Boracay Island remains free from any kind of threat, may it be a natural calamity or human-induced. What we can do when we are struck by disasters or by terrorism? How can we prevent, mitigate, and respond to it. Looking at the perspective of security and public safety, it highlights three significant values: unity, preparedness, and resiliency. By unity, it means the state of being united or joined as a whole amidst the different uniforms that we wear. Of the local government of Malaya Clan, the Philippine Army, the Philippine Navy, the Philippine National Police, Philippine Coast Guard, Bureau of Fire Protection, civilian volunteers, and civic groups. Let us remain steadfast and oriented in one vision. By preparedness, it means the state of readiness designed to lessen probability and impact of disasters and terrorism on people's lives. This includes prevention, mitigation, and response mechanism. To achieve readiness, the Joint Task Force should have improved skills, learning, and right attitude towards work, while the population should have enhanced awareness and support. By resiliency, it means the ability to successfully cope or recover quickly from any adversity and difficulties. The key is the active participation of the local communities to create an environment that can resist any kind of threat. In closing, let me quote two sayings from renowned personalities of the history and modern times that will continue to give us inspiration in better serving and securing our people. Benjamin Franklin, who was an American polymath, one of the founding fathers of the United States, and a major figure in history of physics for his discoveries and theories regarding electricity, said that, by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. And from the words of Dr. Tony Ibats, a Christian pastor, speaker, author, and a widely syndicated radio and television broadcaster in the United States, also said, unity is oneness of purpose, not sameness of persons. Sa liwat, madamugid nga salamat.
Thank you very much, sir, for your very warm and inspiring message. To give us another message, inspiring us, we're requesting Honorable Martin Dino, DILG Undersecretary for Barangay Affairs.
Thank you very much for giving me a chance to speak before our Boracay contingent. Congratulations dun sa ating nakalap ngayon. Pero gusto ko lang palantiin ang mensahe na now, there are more than 1 million na tumakbo para sa barangay official ng ating bansa. Winawarning ako lang lahat ng barangay captain at saka barangay official na mananalo. Kung lang naalagaan natin, kasi very powerful po ang barangay. Bago kayo mabigyan ng permit ng inyong mayor, municipal, and city, kailangan munang magbigay ng barangay clearance. Kailangan sa barangay clearance pa lang, inaalam na ng kapitan kung may sewerage system, kung merong Poso Negro, ang kanyang bibigyan ng clearance. Mukhang dito nagkamali o nagkulang ang ating mga barangay, hindi lang dito sa Boracay, kung hindi, lalong-lalo na sa Metro Manila. Ngayon po akong inatasan ng ating Secretary OIC Anyo para linisin ang Manila Bay. Kahit maglinis kami araw-araw dyan sa Manila Bay, hindi titigil ang basura, not unless naatakihin namin ang problema sa barangay, sa pinanggagalingan ng basura. Now I will make sure na lahat ng barangay captain, kagawad, activate nila ang Republic Act 9003 at lahat ng mga batas na nauukol sa kalinisan, most especially ang ating kailugan, ang ating estero papunta sa dagat. I will make sure, dati kung barangay captain, alam ko kung paano gagawin yan. And of course, sa aking mga kasama sa Coast Guard, auxiliary, sana po mag-concentrate kayo sa pag-recruit dun sa mga barangay tanod para lahat ng mga barangay na merong ilog, lahat ng barangay sa tabi ng dagat, meron tayong Coast Guard auxiliary. Recruit nyo yung ating mga mangingisda, lahat ng merong bangka. Dahil yan ang magiging epektibo nating katulong sa paglilinis ng kalikasan at pagbabantay ng ating kalikasan. Sila po ang mga magagamit natin, able-bodied. Pero nyo, just imagine kung meron kang Coast Guard auxiliary sa lahat ng barangay sa buong Pilipinas. Meron kayong mga tauhan, hindi lang puro opisyal. Again, sa ating mga kasama sa kapulisan, kasundaluhan, ikukumit ko sa inyo ngayon ang barangay. There are 6 million personnel ang barangay. You have 42,000 barangay captain, 42,000 barangay treasurer, secretary, 42,000 times 7 na kagawad, 42,000 times 20 na tanod, 42,000 times 20 na lupon, 42,000 times 70 na block leader, and of course, 42,000 times 10 ng mga SK. Pag tinotal mo yan, 6,095,000 ang pwersa namin sa kabarangayan. Kung magagamit natin ito, lalong-lalo na sa intelligence gathering, kung magagamit natin ang ating kabarangayan sa bundok, sa isla, sa palagay nyo, meron pa tayo makikita ng mga lalaban sa pamahalaan. Itama lang natin ang koordinasyon sa ating local government. Pagbayan nyo sa akin ang barangay, kaya nga ako nilagay dito ni Presidente as Undersecretary for Barangay Affairs. Actually, there's no such thing as Barangay Affairs in DIL. Ginawa lang po ito. Pero ngayon, na-realize ni Presidente kung gaano kalaki at gaano kadami. Lahat ng gagawin ng gobernador, lahat ng gagawin ng mayor, ang bagsak niyan sa barangay. Kayong law enforcer, kayong military, police, lahat ng gagawin nyo, you will go back to barangay. And now I will make sure na lahat ng barangay captain, lalo-lalo na yung mananalo, pati yung badak, lahat ng barangay captain na hindi gagalaw at tutulong our campaign against illegal drug and criminality, I will make sure na hindi sila magtatagal ng barangay captain. Obligasyon nila yan. Obligasyon ng mga kapitan at mga kagawad na alagaan ang seguridad ng ating kanya-kanyang barangay, ang seguridad, alagaan, pati kalikasan, health, kung alam lang nila kung gaano karaming trabaho ng barangay captain at saka kagawad, baka wala nang tumakbo. Anyway, andi dito po ang DILG ngayon sa ngalan ng Secretary Anyo. We are fighting very hard against corruption, against criminality, and of course, the protection of our environment and natural resources. Rest assured na pagtutulungan po namin yan at ito ang marching order namin sa ating Pangulo. Sa inyo lahat, maraming salamat. Good morning.
Thank you, sir. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, let us hear the message of our guest of honor speaker, Police Deputy Director General Fernando H. Mendez Jr., the Deputy Chief for Operations, PNP.
Maraming salamat.
Undersecretary Martin Diniger, Assistant Secretary and former General of the Police of the PNP, Manuel Felix, sir. Mr. Jerry Loresco, Attorney Shelwin Ibareta, Mr. Roel Aguirre, Attorney Anthony Huida, the Regional Director of the ILG, soon to be a Police Director, Mau Plaska, the Acting Director for Operations of the PNP, Police Chief Superintendent Cesar Binal, the hardworking Regional Director of Police Regional Office 6, Police Chief Superintendent Rodel Locson, Maritime Group, Police Director Roland Felix, the Director of Directorate for Integrated Police Operations, Visayas, sir. Brigadier General Dino Dolina, the Commander of 3rd Infantry Division, Philippine Army. Commodore Joseph Batagos, Rear Admiral Leonard Tirol, Coast Guard Auxiliary, sir. Director Alfred Dimoso, the Regional Director of NICASIC, sir. Lilini ko lang sana yung mention ko ng mga important visitors, but I'll include my underclassman, Police Senior Superintendent Jess Cambay, the Deputy Regional Director for Operations of PRO 6, siyang head ng Task Force Boracay. Mayor Ciceron Cawaling, Mr. Nieven Makirang, the representative of the Governor of Aklan. Happy anniversary po kay niya. Other guests, hindi ko na po isa-isahin at nabati naman na kanina. Of course, the participants of the demonstration exercises, maraming salamat sa inyo. Palakpakan po natin sila. Men and women of PRO 6, friends from the media who are here, ladies and gentlemen, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. First of all, I would like to thank everyone for coming here to join us in witnessing this very important activity. Alam ko po na busy kayo sa inyong mga trabaho, pero you find time to come here para samahan kami sa ating demonstration exercises. And let me also express the regret of our chief, the new chief of the Philippine National Police, Police Director General Oscar Albayalde, for not coming over to join us. Siya po ay handang-handa nang pumunta rito, may ticket na sa aeroplano, pero tinawag po siya ng ating presidente at isinama sa kanyang visit sa Mindanao. But as mentioned by General Binag, darating po siya bukas dito. We are all standing at the point of no return. We will carry out the order of President Rodrigo Roa Duterte to close Boracay Island tomorrow. As agencies of the government, it must be clear to us that this decision is towards the greater good of the Boracay Island. We will be working together to keep its status as one of the top tourist destinations in the country and in the whole world for many years. Boracay Island is a precious jewel that attracts both local and foreign tourists. Isa po ako doon sa na-attract sa Boracay. There was a time that almost every year pumunta kami dito ng aking wife. Dahil napakaganda po talaga ng island na ito. And generates huge amount of revenues for the local and national government. And the closure will adversely affect the tourism industry and inevitably the economic activity in this part of the country. But I would like to emphasize that this is just but temporary. The rehabilitation is aimed primarily at revitalizing Boracay Island which is at the edge of natural death. Despite opposition by some sectors, we, especially the people in this island, must be thankful to our beloved President for making this bold decision to save Boracay Island. No one before him has thought of showing sincere concern to this beautiful gift that nature has endowed to us. Nobody before him was ever brave to take action and show that this can be done. Now, we are here not just to show support to the decision of our beloved President, but also to rally behind the noble cause that will save Boracay Island. It is the reason that we do these interagency demonstration exercises. We are assessing our readiness and capability to make everything in order as the closure begins tomorrow. And with all confidence, I can say that we are ready. We have done lots of preparations since the first day our President declared his plan on this. The level of preparation has already expanded, and as mentioned by General Binag in his message, it is now not only a whole-of-government approach, but a whole-of-nation approach, wherein other stakeholders like the owners of the resorts and the hotels like Admiral Tirol, the community in Boracay, the laborers are also involved. And now that we have the commitment of Yusek Lino, that the barangay officials will also help in this effort, the more that we should be confident that we can do this. With our demonstration exercises today, we are sending a clear message to the public that safety, security, and order and the rule of law will be protected and upheld, and that we are prepared to address any kind of contingencies that may arise during the period of the closure of the island until it reopens after 6 months. We are here to deter anyone who may attempt to disrupt the peaceful and smooth conduct of rehabilitation efforts in the island. Undeniably, this project of our President is something bold, hairy, and ambitious. And we know our President. He means his words. He makes things happen. Trusting on the competent leadership of President Duterte, we must, therefore, carry our respective roles and assignments with optimism, competence, and professionalism. May this capability demonstration exercise bolster our synergy and bring about significant results aligned with the direction of our President in the future of the Boracay Island. Doing what is required and expected of us will be our best contribution to the success of this Boracay Island rehabilitation project. Remember, we owe Boracay Island to our country and the future generation of Filipinos who will also experience this crystal clear and powdery sugar or sugary white sand. Admittedly, we have a daunting mission, but we will finish strong if we work for the good cause, such as lifting a finger in bringing Boracay Island back to its old grandeur. Let me end my message by giving thanks and by congratulating the organizers, participants, and everyone who supported the conduct of these demonstration exercises. By coming here, we have embraced the mission to shape up Boracay Island, whatever it costs. This is our shared commitment and responsibility. God bless and mabuhay tayong lahat.
Once again, thank you very much, sir, for your very inspiring message. Let us give him another round of applause. And that concludes the third part of our program. At this juncture, we will proceed to the press conference. To be followed by the critique to be held at the conference area of the White House Resort.
Hello.
Sige sir, press ko na lang. Or mabilis sir, mag-comment na dito. Sir, kanina you hit barangay officials in your speech. Does that mean you'll have a crackdown on barangay officials here?
Correct. Kausapin ko sila kung ano yung pwede pa nating magawa. Pero dapat malaman nila yung obligasyon ng barangay captain. May batas tayo na hindi pwedeng magbigay ng business permit ang mayor ng syudad at saka ng munisipyo, not unless dadaan sila sa barangay. May barangay clearance. Siyempre, pagka nakita natin ang kapabayaan barangay na kung saan dapat chine-check nila kung merong sewerage system at saka Poso Negro yung mga bahay. Dapat hindi diretso sa kanal ang dumi.
Sir, paano back to zero?
Hindi, ngayon, siyempre, i-review natin lahat para sigurado tayo. Di ba? Ngayon, tatanungin ko sila kung what happened, tapos kung ano yung pwede natin gawin. Dahil eye-opener to, hindi lang Boracay. Galing ako sa Panglao, may ganun din. Kaya ngayon, meron na kaming tie-up sa lahat ng sa Department of Tourism, lahat ng ating ng mga resort ngayon. Check-checkan natin yan. Titignan natin kung may sewerage system yung mga business establishment doon. Trabaho ng barangay captain yan.
Sir, last question, quick lang. Sanctions, ano yung...
May siyempre, pwede sila masuspinde at pwede matanggal sa pwesto nila, lalo-lalo na pag may korupsyon. Pag yan ay may nangutong sa kanila at napatunayan natin yan, definitely, at tatanggal sila sa pwesto nila.
Thanks, sir.
Okay.
See you later.
Sir, can we have a picture?
Sir, with PCGA, sir. Yung PCGA.
Everybody, please, wait.
Nag-ambush nga sila. Ano gagawin natin sila?
Nasaan na? Doon tayo sa mic.
Ha?
Doon ko lagay sa speaker.
Kung may mic sila?
Ito, mag-speaker siya.
Oo, meron. Oo, bigyan.
Hello.
Hi. Hi. Anong naman?
Ako na naman. Kuya. Ay, balang
Ito.